Okay.
If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. If I find my way home, yeah.
Welcome back to your channel. It's your boy Pelican Bay K9s on the PBC, giving it to you the way I always do, my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna speak on a few topics today. I hope everybody had a great Christmas holidays, still having a great Christmas holidays. You know what I'm saying? Got a long weekend, you know, for the brothers and sisters that have been off since Christmas. You know, big shout out and big salute to you, man. Y'all hit that like button up out there if you're not subscribed to the channel yet. Subscribe to the channels. The channel gonna give you the most. It's gonna give you that fair, uncut, raw, and unbiased dog talk. You know what I'm saying? Unsugarcoated. You know? So big salute and big shout out to everybody taking care of them pets across the world, man. Let's just jump straight into it. You know, a few people was commenting about the situation where Garner was in the documentary, or they mentioned Garner's name in the documentary. And we're gonna touch on a couple topics. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna touch on a couple topics. Like I always say, we like to speak about reality. You know what I'm saying? Not about because so-and-so is your favorite dog, man, or because you hold so-and-so to high standards. And this ain't the diss or down nobody, but we're talking reality. First thing I wanna speak about is the fact that he mentioned, or somebody mentioned, that Humane Society shows up to do an annual check once a year to your house. That has nothing to do with the situation. See, what we talking about here is the shit that we see go on day for day across America. We're not talking about what some of y'all so-called lawyers, street lawyers, you know, want to say your favorite dog man doing, or what he ain't doing, or what's stupid or what ain't stupid. We talking about reality. You know, because a Humane Society check your dogs once a year, that has nothing to do with buying, selling, or transporting dogs for fighting at all. You know, that's what the laws and that's what they running up on these brothers and sisters nowadays times for, having these pedigrees, buying dogs for fighting, not just buying a dog with a pedigree. You know, of course, it's conversations, phone conversations, web conversations on over the internet, you know what I'm saying? App conversations, it's all kind of stuff, you know. But it's more than just, Humane Society don't free you up just to sell dogs all year long. You just because that's nothing but no more than a wellness visit, a wellness check. Okay, if you have a kennel license, okay, check all your kennels or whatever. But that has nothing to do with them laws of buying, transporting, and selling a dog for fighting at all. Now, what brothers have seeming to be mentioning and want me to speak about is why every single thing that been happening in this dog game from the 90s, Tom Garner name being mentioned in it. You know, from Fat Bill's situation, from David Tant situation, Raw Bull situation, to this situation. And I ain't even naming all the situations, you know. Because there's some more brothers down in South Carolina that got in some trouble in the early 2000s, I want to say. And they said something about Garner name as well. And like I said, I'm not here to bash or throw no rocks I'm giving you reality of this dog talk. Not saying that he's the wrong person to deal with, no, none of that. You know, sell great dogs. You know, in my opinion, he sell great dogs for confirmation, weight pull, and stuff like that. I don't know nothing about none of that stuff. I'm just giving you the news. And give you that dog talk. Unfair and unbiased. Now they said, like they said, and I see it myself. You know, it's not just this European dog bust. They was mentioning his name in the Royal Bulldog bust with the Lowe family. saying the Lowe family and Tom Garner was all involved with some type of bigger conspiracy. And I gave you the news. I'm not just up here talking. I let you hear the news people talking about it, the other news anchors talking about it. We seem to forget all this stuff because I tell you, when it's your favorite dog person or your favorite dog man, you forget all that type of stuff. Oh, he just hating, or oh, he talking about something he shouldn't be talking about, you know, or oh, they lying, or oh, they making up. Okay, cool. See, you can call it hating, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But you know as well as I do how these American police is about this dog fighting when it comes to dog fighting across America. You know as well as I do how they get down about it. So you trying to tell me, you know, you trying to tell me, because like I said before, this documentary that was put out a couple of days ago, that's not no old shit. You know what I'm saying? I covered every single thing in that documentary, I covered on my news channel already. You know what I'm saying? So I know about this stuff. I already covered it. I didn't have no visual, nothing to show you, no pictures, no video to show you for the European dog bust. So many of you may have forgot about it. I gave you every single thing that documentary is talking about, from SpongeBob to the other guy. When it's talking about the guy that bit the dead dog for biting his son, and he took a picture of the dead dog biting his ear, I gave y'all all that in news articles. You know, a lot of times you want to hear the bullshit when I'm going back and forth with somebody, and you don't want to hear the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, this channel is to benefit you. See, we like to teach you how to keep your dog. You know what I'm saying? It's all about keeping your dog. If you can't keep your dog, you know, what's the purpose? You be like some of these other folk out here talking about a damn dog they can't have. Learn how to keep that motherfucker. Now, back to the subject. You know, one humane society, a wellness check, you know, throughout the year does not have anything to do with what's going on across America. You know, now we see that Europe got their little situation and they thingamajigger going down, you know, but we know the laws are different in Europe. But one way we can know the laws are different in Europe, and a little more, even though they putting the issue on it as far as arresting people, it's still not like America. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why I know it's not like America. You know, much of Europe got a pit bull ban on it. If at least 40 states banned the pit bull, at least 45 states banned the pit bull in America, you know, you think the same type of stuff will be able to be going on in the same way? Because like I tell brothers, it's like this right here. Right now the pit bulls aren't banned. So you can sell your little dope, or you can sell whatever, and you can do your thing. But you talking about a banned dog, which means these folk will come to your house for these dogs, and they ain't got to be coming for no dope. You know, if you really making money, why would you risk that if it was a total ban? See, a lot of people gonna get rid of the dogs just because they making money. I can't have these dogs around. I'm doing this. These dogs gonna bring heat that I don't need. See? But in Europe, it's a total ban, and they still doing it in certain places. You know, like I said, man, I mean, I see the same thing everybody else seeing. Every single big dog fighting bust that been happening in America, everything outside of David Tant, you know, everything outside of, not David Tant, excuse me, everything outside of Michael Vick, Garner name was mentioned in it, you know. And like I said, man, you know, at the end of the day, everybody gonna feel how they wanna feel. I got a lot of stuff to speak about in this video right here. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I ain't letting nobody screw me over for a pedigree and to smile in somebody's face. And there's a lot of brothers that do that and will do that and cool with doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna speak about a lot of that different stuff like that as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I wanna ask you, Tell me a little bit about the dog Iron Rusty. You know what I'm saying? If any brothers and sisters know a little bit about the dog Iron Rusty, tell me a little bit about the dog, you know what I'm saying, and what kind of production he had, you know, throughout his years. Iron Rusty. Now, you know, make a long story short, some people may not know Iron Rusty, but that's AKA Ross Red Devil, you know, which the Max Millennium dog was coming down off of. See, this is what I say about this modern day dog game and the old dog game, you know. Them brothers didn't complain about the shit y'all complain about, and they didn't move the way y'all move. They didn't build their programs the way brothers build their programs today. Like I always say, and I'm gonna still stand on this, many of these guys that's giving these brothers saying, oh, you gotta do this to do your line, or you gotta do this to do your line, or many of these guys are ex-bully breeders, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's never too late to make changes and run different kind of dogs and all kind of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying, you know, I'm gonna say it like this. To some of y'all, you know, you're gonna always be a consumer. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always be a buyer. You know, even when it comes to this walk-em-off stuff, when I'm talking about this walk-em-off shit, I was a competitor. See, we speaking from different areas, dog. You a consumer, I was a competitor. You know, so I'm allowed to say what I want to say. You know, we looking at it from totally different areas of the spectrum. You was a consumer and never tried to compete. You know, I always say you have brothers that, oh, I can't compete against them, or I can't. Those are y'all brothers. And then you got your brothers over here that don't give a damn. They will compete against you. They can be buying dogs from you all year long, but they would have competed against you. Let's use the old kennels for example. Some of the older brothers. You buying dogs from Tant. You buying dogs from Tant. Now, you wouldn't want to compete against him. Oh, you can't compete against him because you done read all the stories in the Sport Dog Journal. You done read this, you done read that. You can't compete against Mr. Kobe because you done read this, you done read that. Oh, and you buying dogs from him, but he over here got a dog he want to compete against, but you won't do it because you see the equipment, you know the knowledge he got about the dogs and all kind of shit like that. You won't compete against Mr. Tudor, but you'll buy dogs from him all year long. But Mr. Tudor ready to roll something. He got some over there he want to roll. You going to everybody but Mr. Tudor. You know, and you know he considered one of the top dog people when it come to rolling. You know, or the breed in general. Going to everybody, but you won't go to him. Some of y'all brothers content on being that way. I'm the competitor, dog. I've always been like that, and I'm still standing on it. So when I voice my opinion about something, you know what I'm saying? You need to speak, a lot of y'all brothers need to speak from the consumer standpoint and stop trying to speak from the sources standpoint. You know, we're speaking about these South Carolina Red Boy Jocko dogs, let alone South Carolina, fuck South Carolina. We're speaking about Red Boy Jocko dogs that came from damn my city. I ain't talking about no damn New York City. I'm talking about where I can walk to. You know, walk all across the city if I want to. You know, forget that the dogs came from over there in Clemson, South Carolina. Forget that the dogs came from over here in Aiken. Forget the dogs came from down there in Estelle and Hampton. Forget the dogs came from Beaufort. Forget the dogs came from Spartanburg, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Greenville area. No, man, that's just representing my state, the dog that come from my state. Red Boy, forget Red Boy come from way over there in Charleston or somewhere. You know, Charleston ain't even that far from me. Tell you the truth. You know. But all the dogs I'm speaking about come from my area. You know what I'm saying? I know the politics and I know what's going on with these damn dogs, and because you heavily invested in the dogs, you want to take the Cornelius from the Django road. I keep telling y'all, brothers, you know, you may be doing your thing in the streets. You may be getting money. You may be getting money on the other end. But when you're speaking from a consumer and not a competitive end, stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wait till I was 30 and 40 some years old to meet great dog men. As a teenager, I've been running with great dog men, you know? I mean, it just is what it is, man. Is what it is. Like I said before, I'm glad, at the end of the day, I'm glad I came up around the dog people I came up around. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the folk y'all don't know, the crossroad them. You know what I'm saying? Welcome all them. I'm glad I came up around the folk I came up around. The brothers with the red voice stuff, all them brothers. Because they allow me not to accept anything, man. I'm not gonna just accept no damn anything out here in this dog game, and I'm not kissing no ass and sucking no D for no pedigrees. It ain't no different than when David Tant shit a lot of these brothers and sisters out here. For one, he shit you with dogs that wasn't even off yellow, and then you had some that he was shitting, saying that it was off yellow and it was off other yellow dogs. You know what I'm saying? And then I tell brothers, I give you a first-hand story. Brothers say Red Devil wasn't even off yellow, period. Fuck the damn stolen shit, like I said. Wasn't off yellow, period. And you wonder why that Pit Island shit go good with the Big John shit. And you thinking, oh, it's yellow. No, it's an out in yellow. But when I give you these David Tant stories, because some of y'all, David Tant is some of y'all heroes, you know what I'm saying? Hero, rather. You think I'm speaking about you, or you thinking because you got good dogs from David Tant, that don't mean this other brother got good dogs, you know? And this is the thing. A lot of y'all made y'all dogs in y'all mind, made y'all dogs what they was because, oh, I'm getting them from Tant, he yellow. The dog came out and doing a little rolling, and you wanted the dog to be more than what the fuck he was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this again, meaning I'm talking about David Tant. It wasn't no damn black dogs coming off no damn grand champion yellow unless it was bred to a black dog on the bottom side. Don't bring up no damn Gainies, JR. We talking about grand champion yellow offspring. And we talking about David Tant right now. You know, same way I tell these brothers, I gave you the first hand. You think y'all would have even believed anything I would have said about Tant because I'm this black fella from the city over here and David Tant is this other brother from back in the days with the dog. You think you would have believed any of that shit if I wouldn't have gave you the straight up yard man telling you the shit? Telling you he was out here with him. He got busted with David Tant when the booby trap went off. So I give you that shit and you still have a reason to say this or have a reason to say that. So when I speak about the Big John shit, dog, look from a consumer, because you was a consumer. You bought 1 or 2 Big John dogs to study your yard off of them. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Use a consumer. Like I said before, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they won't take it from a person like me. They'll take it from somebody else, you know? They don't want to hear it from me. Because I might talk too much like them or act too much like, oh, he act like he from the hood or he from the streets or he from this. Listen here, dog. I was bulldogging, and at the end of the day, I don't kiss ass for pedigrees. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the one that want to watch. I ain't the one that want to look. Like I told you before, working with them brothers, I ain't the one that want to go look at the dogs every day. Some of y'all brothers that's out here, you the type of folk, if you would have been working with, walking on them, you want to get off work every damn day and go look at the damn dogs. That ain't me. That ain't my style. You know what I'm saying? But looking at a dog don't enthuse me. You know what I'm saying? Some of this shit is rather boring when it comes to the pits. You know, especially when you talking about brothers who talking about waiting till the damn wintertime all damn year long. You got a damn dog, you talk about he gonna make champion. It's gonna take him 3 to 4 years to make champion. Like I said, man, I'm just from a different era. Like I said, I knew I was from a different era when they start talking about winter time. Winter. We improvise. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass up 4 o'clock in the morning. Motherfucker down before this motherfucking heat started kicking. You know, 60, 70 degrees early in the morning. The time you get about 9 o'clock, yeah, your shit rising. But I'm in the South, so I know my heat, your heat, my heat is more humid over here than many of these brothers down south. You know, in South Carolina, we got real dry, humid air. So when it get to 100, it's 120 out that motherfucker, and you drenching wet. Just because we by the beach, we got a different type of breeze coming off this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I know you improvise, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to wait till wintertime because you want to take 150 motherfuckers with you. That's why you want to wait till wintertime. And that's why they get mad when I talk the way I talk, when I do what I do. Big salute to them brothers and sisters down in the chat, man. It's your boy Pedigree K9s, bringing it and giving it the way I always do. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it and some ain't, man. It just is what it is. Woo! We're going into the New Year's, like I told my brothers and sisters out there, man. Like I told you, we gonna give it to them how they want it. You know what I'm saying? Give it to them how they want it. Stop putting all that baking soda and fentanyl and all that shit. The boy want that shit uncut, raw. Same way they want their dogs, the way they say they bred. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, these brothers, I give them the Tant stories. They still say, oh, right now, if Dave Tant come out right now, he can sell a lot of these brothers some dogs straight off yellow. And I put that on everything. You know I ain't lying, brother out there, sister out there. David Tant come out here right now. He can tell some of these brothers he got sperm off of Grand Champion yellow and they gonna get it. I promise you that shit. They stupid like that. You know what I'm saying? Stupid like that. And get mad with me because I get up here and talk about it. You know? Should have been bulldogging. You should have been bulldogging, like I always say, man. Should have been bulldog. What was you doing in 96, 97? You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about outside of maybe going to school or something like that. You know? We talk about bulldog wise. What was you doing in 95? You know? Shit, some of y'all probably wasn't even fucking born. And if you was born, you was probably about 3 years old. But want to knock it when I speak about it, but don't knock it when the next person speak about it. He ain't supposed to be talking about them kind of dogs like that, them high caliber so-called dogs like that. He ain't supposed to be speaking about none of that, this and that. When I told y'all the dog Big John in the Sport Dog Journal with for beating Troop was our damn dog. When I told you that, not when Crossroad did them now. Don't get it wrong. But I tell you, the dog that's in the Sport Dog Journal, Troop, Big John beat, was our dog after he beat him. Man, listen here, Troop wasn't shit. Not saying that he wasn't, Big John probably made him to where he wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? No, man. Listen, when Crossroad came down to the country, he didn't understand about them yellow dogs. You know, he brought a whole boatload of dogs down with him that wasn't the kind of dogs that we run down here. Once he started figuring out how it's going down here in the South where he at, because see, he was New York, Crossroad was New York up and down, accent, every damn thing. You know, he was, you know, a New Yorker. But once he figured out about that yellow, it was at the end of his rope when he was getting out the game. He knew about it with Fatty and all them, but he never perfected it yet. He didn't understand that he had perfected it already. You know? And he had the dogs to make the combinations with. But I mean, hey, man. I mean, brothers will say stuff like, don't disrespect people that gave you your best dog. You know? Everybody got to speak for themselves. If Walkamo gave you your best dog, then you speak for yourself. You know? My best dog didn't come from Walkamo. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Walk'em benefited from Pelican Bay dealing with their dogs. Now, this don't have nothing to do with Walk'em did with their dogs. This has nothing to do with Walk'em what they did with their dogs. But what I'm saying is they had benefited from me rocking with their dogs. So when I speak about something, like I said before, man, and it come to that bloodline, you know, stick to your lane. You're a consumer. You know, you don't know nothing about the dogs, let alone you know about your dogs. The ones you purchased. And the story they gave you about the dog that you was purchasing the dog off of. And you damn sure ain't gonna get the truth from that motherfucker lying ass DJ Dynamite Ferran. You damn sure ain't getting the truth from him. The old man, Walk'em, the old man took his time and bred some great dogs over a 30-year period just for DJ Dynamite Ferran to fuck him up in 2 years. All you had to do is come out here and breed the dogs and start back up and get help from everybody. But like I said before, man, if you're willing for somebody to lie to you, and you know they lying to you, and let them lie to you and smile in your face, and just for a pedigree, then we different. We different, totally different, man. We not the same. I'm never gonna let nobody shit me for no pedigree. You know, for one, you think these folk care about you or the next person or the next person or the next person. Like I said, I ain't trying to sell you no pups. Don't get it twisted. I do have pups for sale time to time. But my living ain't coming off selling no pups. I can be selling y'all Molly Wild puppies. I can get rid of all my pit bulls, sell Molly Wild puppies, and still run my pit bull channel. So we looking at it from different, like I said before, man. How many of y'all would have bought a dog from Tant and turn around and try to go into Tant? No, y'all excuse is now, that man giving me good dogs, what I want to go into him for? Because he competition, motherfucker. He fooled. You getting these dogs from Crenshaw, but you ain't never want to go into Crenshaw. You know? You getting these dogs from Crenshaw, but you ain't never want to go into Crenshaw. And then, you know, because there's multiple stories, I'm only going to get the real story when I speak to Eric about it. I call him by his first name because I can. You know what I'm saying? We've been through that already together. But you ain't going to get the true story until he give it to you. And I done heard another story, which was when Fatty went on Barracuda, he had matched on Mr. Crenshaw's yard the day before. Or either earlier that day. One or the other. It was either the day before or earlier that day. Because Eric wanted to prove something to Mr. Crenshaw, how bad Fatty was. And I already heard that he had did Fatty, you know, not long before he went on Barracuda. But the word was he did him that day or the day before, trying to prove something to Mr. Crenshaw. And the old school was standing around like, that boy there crazy as hell. He's stupid to take that dog out and put him back on that dog like that. You know? So I mean, hey man, we look at it from different angles, dog. A lot of y'all just can't, you can't really grasp the fact that I'm speaking about old school dog men and dog men that you look high up on or you see as old school farmers. You look at them, you think of them as country boys and this and that. You can't see that because when you see me, you probably see a city active person, somebody who even if I live in the city or whatever, you just can't see that. I'm young. I'm too young for that. I'm too young to know these type of people or know them or know this or know Mr. Claude Puckett and these different people. You know what I'm saying? But the dope game didn't bring me into the dog game. I was brought into the dog game from the time I came up as a young child. And when I say brought up, I mean dog game, period. I always loved dogs. So dope didn't bring me to the dogs. Seeing these brothers with pit bulls didn't bring me to the dogs. I always wanted motherfucking pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? I had a German Shepherd, my first dog, when I was in the elementary school. You know? But my next dog was a pit bull. Which I showed y'all. You know what I'm saying? Which I showed y'all. But let me show you one more time. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you one more time my first pit bull. See, when it comes to that walk 'em out stuff, a lot of y'all is heavily invested in pedigrees. So you speak a certain kind of way. You speak a certain kind of way. You talk slick. But I'm heavily invested in knowledge in particular dogs. You know, so at the end of the day, like I said, you know, because you bred one or two dogs off the yard, you know what I'm saying? Now you want to act like you know these folk, which at the end of the day don't matter to me. You know, people gonna buy who they gonna buy from, gonna shop with who they gonna shop with, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm giving you something, firsthand knowledge and firsthand experience, what the fuck I know, or what the fuck I've been through, or what the fuck is going on, everybody got a problem. Next person do it, oh, you giving historical facts, or you talking historical this or historical that, this and that, this and that. Man, you can't accept it, dog. You can't accept it. Like I said before, man, stop being heavily invested in them pedigrees. You know what I'm saying? And get some knowledge and some bulldog about yourself. You know what I'm saying? These folk around you gonna be yes men. You need some folk around you that ain't gonna just take any and every damn thing that you do or the next motherfucker do. Like I said, man, we working these dogs out here. You know what I'm saying? Where things is going, we gonna go on different paths at, cause I'm training my dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna train mine. I ain't really too much worried about getting a dog for show. I'm getting a dog working that I can work, a dog that, you know what I'm saying, that I can do my work with. Big salute to all the brothers that's doing the shows and stuff like that, cause I'll be at the shows, you know what I'm saying? But my 8 weeks to get a show dog ready is 8 weeks I could train a damn dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm always keep that in my damn head. The same way I took them 8 weeks to get ready for the Samurai Digital Dog Show to go against a motherfucker that was gonna back out, you know, that I should have never gave the benefit of the doubt from the rip. The same way I used them 8 weeks, I could have used them 8 weeks to train anybody damn dog. You know, still do my damn podcast, and then I don't gotta worry about how you look. I'm training them. It's different. You know what I'm saying? I'm more worried about where his head at instead of where his stomach at, or where his muscle and tone and all that stuff at. The dog himself is gonna like 8 week worth of training compared to 8 week worth of keep. So I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay in my lane. You know, and shit. Like I always say, we drop the links for any brother that want to get up here and talk that bulldog talk, but you got to talk more than a pedigree. You know what I'm saying? More than a pedigree when you want to start getting in the conversation about stuff. You know. And like I said before, none of us out here can make anybody spend their money. You know what I'm saying? None of us should be worrying about it. Tell you the truth, you know. This brother gonna spend with who he want to spend with, and that's just it. But when you come throwing and flashing all these fancy pedigrees that ain't really bred how you think they bred, or going, don't get mad when somebody say something about it. Don't come writing no 5 or 6 page paragraph trying to explain about some damn dogs you don't know nothing about. Like I said before, you know about yours. It ain't my damn fault, dog. Like I said before, I'm gonna start embracing what the hell I came up in the dog game around real dog motherfuckers. I didn't come up just trying to seek a dog, looking for a dog, trying to find any dog, anybody who got pit bulls, trying to find them and not finding the real people. Man, we was around top shadow bulldoggers. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody that's gonna say they wasn't, well, that's because they wasn't in your area. Your people is your people in your area. Now you get to understanding this country is big. One person not gonna be the grand wizard for the whole fucking damn country. Unless you're talking about somebody like Mr. Kobe, Mr. Tudor, if he living. There's a lot of things y'all ain't explained to me yet. You know, everybody want to comment about some shit, about a pedigree, about a conversation they really don't got nothing to do with. But a lot of people ain't explained to me yet why these old schoolers didn't make crosses to start bloodlines, and y'all new schoolers got to make crosses to start bloodlines. Why? Somebody explain to me why you got to do it. Different mind frame, man. Different mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, them boys made name for their dogs. When they made it, whatever the dog they wanted to start they breeding program off of, it ain't make no difference how many damn crosses they made. That's what y'all running off of right now. When I saw how people was playing it for $1 and the lies and all that stuff, a lot of things about this dog game, my perspective changed. You know what I'm saying? When I seen how these street brothers play street in the daytime, you know, play hustler gangster in the daytime, and then come out here and play Critized, the Django at night with these dogs. You know what I'm saying? My whole perspective changed, man. You know what I'm saying? My whole perspective changed. You know, I mean, hey, man, what can I say? You know what I'm saying? What can I say? I can only give it to you how I give it to you. Now, I'm only 46. Now, like I said, when I go back to these dogs, if you want me to see dogs like from the 80s and shit, you talking about impossible shit. Then you going back to when I'm 10, 11, 10, 9, 8 and all type of stuff like that. And I never said I was bulldogging at those ages, you know? But what I did say is, and I'm gonna stand on it, and I'm gonna start, and like I said, embracing what the hell I've been through. I stepped in with some high, top quality dog men that was in the damn dog game, high in the damn dog game, and was buying the top shadow damn dogs. The stuff that we was getting coming down off Mayday was coming directly off Mayday. When I speak about the Mayday dogs we ran across. That's why I was never fond of the Mayday stuff. Because we had dogs directly off Mayday. Son. And some of them weren't good. I seen some of them Luke Kane dogs that weren't good. That's why I always say as well. Mayday been bred so many different ways, nobody knows the perfect way to have them bred. Oh, these are the perfect Mayday dogs. Everybody gonna say they dogs. I'm gonna say my dogs are the perfect Mayday dogs. You know? None of us know what's the perfect Mayday formula. Yeah, we seen a Mayday dog that did this. How the offspring do? How is there a family of offspring? A pure family of Mayday dogs. Nothing but Luke Kane. From the time Luke Kane was born, and when they start breeding them, to now. To modern day time. They didn't breed them dogs with nothing but Luke Kane dogs. Whatever they bred Luke Kane with to start that yard up, only thing they bred with. And he ain't even old enough. He ain't even old enough. But hey, man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times money fool these brothers. You know what I'm saying? They'll think, you know, because this brother over here is a top businessman in some tower in New York City. He's working all kind of stocks and all kind of stuff, and he's top business. He got all kind of stuff going on. they transfer all this stuff to the dogs because he can buy more dogs than you can buy, because he can buy each one of these kind of dogs that, like I say, more dogs than you can buy. It'll trick him. And I done seen it before with people I've dealt with. They think because they got money, they got knowledge in these dogs. And you get white rat through. Because now only thing they got money and they got knowledge of pedigrees. They don't got knowledge of the dog themselves. You hoping that your dog do the things that the person that sold you said. That's what you hoping. No different than somebody who buy a dog from me. They hoping that the dog is the quality of dog that I'm saying. But when we talking about these dog politics, man, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I see brothers, like I said, it don't bother me, you know what I'm saying, that you willing to get screwed in the ass for some pedigrees, that you willing to sit back and, oh, Pelican Bay this, Pelican Bay that, Pelican Bay this on the back street like I don't know what it is and get screwed in the ass. It don't bother me about that. You know what I'm saying? At all. But when I start talking about my shit, just remember, my shit don't represent all that shit. My stuff represent my stuff. Working dogs. It don't take no work to pose. No disrespect to no show brother. It don't take no work to pose. No thinking ability to pose. I'm used to bringing the best out of damn dog, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to bringing the best out of damn dog. Salute to all my brothers, man. Salute to all my brothers out there, all my sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? And when I say it don't take no working to pose, I'm not discrediting no dog show folk. You know what I'm saying? Not discrediting none of them brothers at all. Because it takes work to get a dog in shape. That's the whole point of what I was saying at the beginning. It takes work to get a dog in shape. The kind of work that I'm not going to invest in. Not going to say I'm not going to take 1 or 2 dogs to the shows. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, as a dog trainer, it's working ass backwards. The same amount of time I put with that dog in that keep, the same amount of bonding time we get, that same amount of time I put in training a Rottweiler, in training a German Shepherd, in training a pitbull, in training any kind of dog. It's total opposite, like night and day. The rewards at the end. I get, when I'm working this dog for this show, you know what I'm saying? It's going off of whether you like him or not. I can have him looking damn good. You know what I'm saying? And then if you don't like him, or the people who's voting on him don't like him, then I mean, it just, all my work, it's just the dog, he benefit from it because he looking good and he in shape, maybe. But the reward from it, there's no reward from it unless you winning. If I go train a dog at the end of that 8 weeks, there's reward for the dog, it's reward for me, seeing that I done got this dog from this point to that point. And just reward for the owners. You know, but at the end of the day, everybody gonna have to keep doing the positive when it comes to these dogs, man. Like I always say, man, the positive brothers can't be stopped. You know what I'm saying? No matter how they hate on it, no matter how they try to cut it, the brothers out here doing it right with these dogs, you can't be stopped. It's like this, when I talk about these dogs, Tant dogs, the Big John dogs, or the Jeep dogs, or the Eli dogs, or whatever, I tell you, when we come out with these, forget the stories, when we come out with why these dogs are bred this way or look this way on the pet or look that way, when we come out with the real stories of certain things, or when we come out with how it was really going down with certain kennels, you know, it's like this right here. Y'all brothers is almost like I said, like the dude who, you tell your homeboy his girl is out there fucking with somebody. Yo, man, I just seen your old lady coming from my homeboy house. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of brothers that be mad at, them and their old lady will be mad at you. Them the type of brothers we dealing with. Instead of him taking that information and doing what he got to do with it. Now he mad at you and the girl mad at you. And he ain't want to hang with you no more. You know what I'm saying? He don't too much fuck with you no more. You know, and he mad at you and the girl mad at you. These are the kind of brothers we dealing with out here in this dog game, man. Like I said, heavily invested on pedigrees when I'm heavily invested on knowledge when it comes to these dogs. It is what it is, man. I listen to an old story, but that don't mean I believe the whole damn thing. All these old schoolers ain't did no more than some of these old school, not all of them, take that back. Some of them ain't did no more than some of these brothers we say ain't never bulldog before. You know what I'm saying? Just because a person is old school don't mean they bulldog before. You know? Imagine some of these brothers that's up there lying about the shit they damn doing when they get old. And they still lying about the shit they wasn't damn doing. Now they 60, 70 years old, and these younger brothers just coming up, they was 3 years old when these channels started out. Now they teenagers, and they listen to these motherfuckers, they 60 and 70 years old, talking about they been bulldogging. No, they ain't damn been bulldogging. But because they old school, these youngsters, oh man, I'm gonna believe him because he old. Like I say, man, stop investing on the pedigrees, invest in the knowledge of the dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? Make a name for your dog and stop riding off the pedigrees. What the fuck? Oh, this and that. Make a name for your dogs. I'm making a name for mine. That's all I'm worried about. I don't give a damn what you do about yours. You know what I'm saying? But when you say something and try to put mine in the class with yours, you know what I'm saying? Make a name for your shit, man. And like I started the video off at the beginning talking about what they were saying about Tom Garner. You know, brothers like Thaxton, Randall Thaxton doing 20 years because the dude who got 400 and some years had some, I think, pedigrees that had his name in it or something like that, maybe. And they went to his house and got his dogs, and the brothers showed pictures of his dogs all the time. He got 20 years, you know. And like I said, we don't wish nothing bad on nobody at all, period. But I'm just, you know, like I said, asking a question. And it's something obvious, you know. Which y'all want me to go back and pull the raw bull? Matter of fact, I'll do that. You know, I'll give you the raw bull interview on the other channel, Big Dog TV Unchained. Not the interview. The first, second, the third, everything I ever said when it came to raw bull them, and you're going to see what they're talking about when they talking about that Low family and that little organization that they had involved and people that was involved with it, you know. Everybody be wanting, like I say, man, hey, we can throw rocks, we can say this, we can say that, but reality is reality. You get this news, you look at it one day, you laugh at it, you like it, you hit the like button, you comment about it one day, and then you forget everything that it was talking about 2 months later, 3 months later. You forget everything. Many people think the pit bull owners are the worst pet owners in the damn world. Stupidest pet owners. And to an extent, I'm going to agree with the situation. To an extent. Because it's not everybody. Believe me, it's not everybody. It's not close to everybody. But what it is, it's a large group of folk out there who represent that breed in the wrong way. Now, we're not even talking about the people out there that don't even know about bloodlines or none of that, period. We're not even talking about them. We talking about you ones that so-called no bloods, or blues ain't this, or this dog ain't that. These brothers giving you blue dogs off of different lines over and over and over again. Now, my dog don't come in the blue color. But these brothers out there with them black dogs, them Eli dogs, and some of them other dogs that these brothers got that they're showing these, you gotta disprove this stuff. You gotta prove that this stuff is not real. Because if this brother is showing me a blue dog, and he's showing me where it's coming from, why wouldn't I believe him? You talking about a blue dog, he's showing me a blue dog. Now, you show me a blue dog that's coming off Mayday and it's coming off Jeep on the bottom side, and you show me a blue dog, I may not believe it. You know, it's going to be a little hard then, because I know none of them dogs got that blue gene in them. Or the gene that makes the blue, when you talking about black, breeding black and all that type of stuff. But when we talking about them boudreaux dogs and we talking about dogs that thrive and come down and off them dogs, man, you liable to have some blue stuff. And brothers still content with saying blue dogs don't exist. Blue dogs, pit bulls don't, blue. I understand how you feel. I understand what you're saying. Because in my eyes, you know what I'm saying, blue is not going to be in none of my program, what I got going on. If I get a Jeep dog, he better not be blue. If I get an Eli dog, he better not be blue. I'm not going to buy a blue Eli dog, but if I make one, it's all good. Now, if the person I'm dealing with, I know is a reputable breeder, reputable breeder don't mean famous breeder. To some of y'all that do, reputable don't mean famous, it mean I could trust this fella. Then it's different. And I probably still wouldn't buy a blue Eli dog. I gotta make my own blue Eli dog. And I can't make it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like I said, when it comes to the Eli dogs or the dogs that we seen that came out blue, I always say, show me the ones that produce blue. Not that came out blue because of the black diluted and all kind of things happened with the genes and he came out blue. But show me where their offspring was blue. Not saying it don't happen, but just asking. You know what I'm saying? Just asking, man. And like we were saying, like I was saying about Garner, you know, the Humane Society going to your house once a year to check your dogs, that don't got nothing to do with none of the new shit that we be talking about. At all, period. You want me to say it? I'm just going to say it. How in the hell all these big dog busts be happening? And they keep calling one person's name. And we know how these United States police get and how they do. And nothing ain't going down about it. That's what these brothers is talking about. It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just giving this talk, and answering a few questions and speaking on some things from my end of the town. You know. Always remember, you a consumer. I'm the damn competition. Not trying to sell puppies. I'm talking about before I even dealt with them dogs. Period. We looking at it from different ends, dog. See, it's easy, my brother, for you to look at it from the end that you're looking at it from when you're looking at it from another motherfucker that's looking at it from that same end. Lying to you, and he looking at it from the same end as well. He was never no competition. So we looking at it different, dog. We looking at it different. And like I say, man, stop bringing y'all money into the dog game thinking that shit means something. You know, invest in the pedigrees, invest in the knowledge, and stop investing in the pedigrees. You know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Y'all have a good day. Y'all stay safe out there. PB K9s, and I'm out.